Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you a great way to practice your ascender and descender loops. So I'm using my grid practice pad and I took some sheets out of the paper, out of the pad. You know how important that is because you need a flat surface to work on, right? You don't work in a pad. So I have the Dream Pen. This is my Wildflower, one of my favorite colors from my KellyCreates new set 2, the Meadow colors. Here are the rest of them. I'm also going to show you, I always forget to do this, show you the small brush tip pen with the same exercises. So ascender loops essentially are, I write them with my large brush pen about 6 squares high to 8 squares high. So let me mark off. I should have brought my deluxe lettering kit here with pencil. Let's do 6 squares high. I will use, these are 2 brush ends, I will use a small brush tip. So I am going to start halfway at the waistline. I'm going to go up to the right, turn, and push down all the way to the bottom. That's my ascender loop. So which letters of the alphabet does this include? Let's start at the beginning. We have B and let's look at the descender loop. And basically, when you're learning, I want you to actually try to keep your loop the same size. I kind of did that. My H is a bit off. I don't know why I didn't start on that line, but that's why I divide into even lines. And again, you can change the height of these. I'm just saying at the beginning when you're learning, you want to keep the slant the same and you want to keep your loop the same size. So mine aren't too bad. Again, the top part of my ascenders are 3 squares high. The loop is 3 squares high, and the X height is on the bottom is 3 squares high. You can adjust it slightly, but just keep your loops the same size. Now, if for consistency's sake, when you're learning, if I turn this upside down, I would have a descender loop. Let's look at those letters. I better move down here. And so I have to mark off my squares. I'm sorry, but honestly, I can't really keep track of all of these lines. So down and come up. So you want this loop to be the same size as that loop. So which letters do we have? We have the J. So these are my descender loops. And the way I want you to practice them, these letters, or actually this one stroke, is like this. You're going to mark off your 6 squares. Remember, this is for the large brush pen, or the smaller tip. I'm using 3 squares. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then I'm going to draw my ascender loop. And now I'm going to draw my descender loop right beside it, like that. Okay, so your goal is to have the same angle and alternate these strokes and have the same spacing between them all. Even, you know what? It's even a challenge for me to do this. So it is a really helpful exercise. Whoops. And I'll just go across a few more times so you can see what I'm doing. Not too bad. But your goal is to keep these loops the same size, and the final test would be to flip this upside down, and you would basically see the exact same thing. And I'll just show you a fun twist that you can practice at the end. If you look at these last 2, we can actually draw the capital H by writing the descender stroke and the ascender stroke. If you hear that scraping in the background, that's my husband shoveling. And you can go across and exit. and that is your uppercase H. When I draw my uppercase H, I actually don't worry too much about matching the loops, but for this exercise, it would be a really good exercise if we went across the middle more and then went up. So actually, let me try that again, and then I will show you my small brush pen. So let's start here. We'll go up, down, draw my loop, go across more, and go up, and draw my loop, and exit. So these are more equal. But when I'm writing in general, I do this. But anyway, it's a fun exercise you can do with your ascender and descender loop strokes. And the last thing I'll do is I'll just show comparatively. If you're using your small brush tip pen, instead of working with 6 squares, I would half that. And again, I want to emphasize that this is just my sizing for my calligraphy. So my X height would be this. And I sometimes alter this. You can definitely go taller. Many calligraphers have a taller ascender height. So there's my ascender line, my waistline, and my baseline. So let's do an ascender loop like this. And instead of going down to my descender loop, I will just stay right up here on that line and draw it like this. And so you would continue. So I hope that you find this exercise helpful for your practicing your ascender and descender loops. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.